It's been a while since I got. It's been a while. It's been a while. Oh wow! I thought that was water, but you're just full boring on almond milk. God dang it! God dang it!
I'm yoking up.
Yo! Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my goodness, we've missed you. I've missed you. I can't speak for this lug, but have you missed these?
I've missed him. Yeah, I've missed him.
It's been a while, right?
I'm a little bit tanner. I've got a lot of bug bites. I've got some bee bites.
I got some bug bites too.
You know,
It's
been a while
since the Brew came to you. That's right, folks. We are Brotherwife, a band that is also a game show.
God damn. What a week.
Happens to have a podcast.
Happens to have a podcast.
You try and serve this guy up.
On the silver platter.
You try and serve this guy. Happens to have a podcast.
It's just, I'm thrown by the milk, the weight of the milk on my lap.
Yeah,
I've got the milk.
I see, that can be
I'm having acid reflux right now,
Well,
guys.
and that's Blue Diamond. That's no joke.
It's no joke.
That's no joke.
This is, what's the Blue Buffalo? It's Blue Buffalo. Blue Buffalo, best for dogs. Blue Diamond, best for acid reflux. Best for people.
Best for this dog.
Best for bubbies.
Best for bubbies.
This is a Bubby-approved brand.
Trying to bring a little bit of our world into your life.
Our juice
in
into your
mouths.
mouth.
Yeah, we're a podcast. We love you. You know. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
What about brass tacks here? Did you were out in the wilderness. Did you get attacked by bugs? You got some bug bites?
I did. I got a weird bug bite. You ever get a bug bite that starts to get a little unruly, and then you're like, I hope this is like
not a bad one.
Weird Lyme disease or some shit.
Yeah, turns out my grandma's actually got Lyme disease.
Right now.
Actively. Yep, actively. And
Marianne?
I think Lyme disease doesn't go away. No, my grandma in New York. My grandma.
That's okay.
Because the other grandma.
Yeah.
Because there's just Grandma Marianne and Grandma in New York now.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
You're really pared down that much.
I'm pared down to two. I'm down to two grandmas.
No, I don't. Grandma Jeanette, I don't wish you any ill health things. That's never good. She never liked me, and she even told your mom that I was bad.
Yeah. She got over it. She's over it now.
Is she over it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just when we were kids.
Okay.
And it was pretty funny because it was
because I wasn't the bad influence.
No, I was literally the bad influence.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was literally the bad influence. And that's I told my parents, literally all my friends, like even Noah, like all he wanted to do was smoke weed, and I was like, let's get some cocaine.
Let's smoke pills too.
Let's get some cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's spice this up. Like we smoked enough weed. I was the one stealing the bottles of wine.
Right, which this guy had guile. Oh, you want to talk about a shifty stealer of wines?
I had a lot of fun stealing wine. I would wear baggy pants with an extra large size belt.
And
a
folks,
large
this
shirt.
Was not when baggy pants were in vogue. I know it's come back and it's cool
now.
Like this was when straight was king.
I either looked like I was cutting the cutting edge of fashion, or like a homeless person, or like a really poor person. I was definitely not the cutting edge.
The nice thing
although some people did say you're an accidental hipster.
That's what we were saying.
That's what you're gonna say.
Back in the day, TT was an accidental hipster. He just wore whatever, and he accidentally looked hip often.
I would say 30 to 50% of the time.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I just liked jeans. Here's what I liked. I liked not buying new jeans, and I liked what I do is I fall in love. I'm a habitual creature. I fall in love with the things that I'm doing. Yes. So I fall in love with the pants that I wear. Yes. I've always been a person that
he'll blow them out.
On me.
I'll blows
blow
pants
them the fuck out.
Yeah.
I will blow pants the fuck out. I'll wear them for 3 months.
If you're a big guy like me, I'll just say if you're a fat guy. If you're a fat, I'm not gonna do any. You know,
he's not gonna dance.
If you're a fat guy like me, you can blow out a pair of pants. That'll happen. Don't text on the show.
I'm not texting on the show.
That'll happen. You're.
Look at what I'm doing right now, though. Look at what I'm doing right now.
I felt your presence.
Well, I'm not hiding it from you. I'm hiding it from the viewers.
Don't hide anything from the viewers. That's why I said I'm not a big man. I'm a fat man. That's why I just said that.
I should have just put the phone up here then.
God damn it!
I'm texting on the show, guys.
If you're a fat man,
okay,
you can blow out pants. Nobody bats an eye. If you're a skinny little boy blowing out pants, you're putting miles.
What was the quote?
You're putting torque on those. Draws.
You're bending over a lot. You're on your knees a lot. You're crawling around a lot in the dirt a lot. Don't look.
We lost our one viewer.
Don't look. Was it me? Was it you? We'll never know. I did.
God damn.
On the show.
All right.
You want a little milk?
I'll take a little milk. Yeah, thank you.
It's honestly, I think I might move over to a all milk vibe. Just have 3 cups of milk sitting back here.
Well, it is on. Whoa. That, I feel like I just had a pancake. Did somebody just feed me tres leches?
Dude.
Like a tres leches pancake? That's good.
It's creamy milk. It's creamy milk, unsweetened.
And that's unsweetened too. I was going to ask, you must not have gotten the unsweetened, but you did.
It is unsweetened.
Okay, so folks, we want to talk to you a little bit about the newest sponsor for Brotherwife, Blue Diamond Almond Milk.
Almond Breeze.
Make sure, and here's what I didn't do when I was drinking a lot of unsweetened almond milk. I did not get the vanilla. Because I was trying to cook with my almond milk, and I don't know if you've ever gotten vanilla and accidentally tried to make something savory with vanilla almond milk, but it really...
unless it's pancakes. Pancakes or waffles,
but something savory.
Yeah, something savory.
Like, I've literally had vanilla almond milk like queso, and that is not the fucking move.
Oh.
That's not the move, that's not the vibe.
That's straight nasty.
It's horrible.
That's straight nasty.
It's really bad.
Yeah. The only thing I will say about this in particular is I have like a little bit of like actual PTSD from the Cheez-Its bit that we did. And so when I taste this occasionally, I can smell and taste Cheez-Its. But I know it's not there. I can just breathe deeply for a little bit.
There's just something that is, there's some staying power of the Cheez-Its.
There is some staying power. That really, you handled that fine.
Thank you.
That really fucked me up.
I'm a professional.
You are a professional.
I'm a literal professional.
Eater.
I handle myself very well in all food categories. I'm used to being in a high stakes situation.
High stakes food situations.
So it really high stakes. I'm eating a lot of steaks. I've gone to a Brazilian steakhouse. One of the things that we do here on the Brotherwife Brew is we read news.
We talk about brutal news.
We talk about brutal news.
We really like to highlight the gruesome nature of reality and the fact that all of us are worse than we think.
So here's
nothing to lose.
What you just said is exactly what I want to touch on today.
Okay, let's touch on
the
it.
gruesome nature of reality, or brutal nature.
Brutal nature. I like gruesome nature of reality.
It's both, because sometimes when something bad happens, like it's not just like a dismembering or a shooting in the head or something like that. It's not something like that. Sometimes it's a little bit more
spicy.
It's a little bit more spicy. It's a little bit more scary because then you say, okay, if this is flawed, then what is this is my reference point for order. Right? And this is going to make sense in a second. This is my reference point for justice, if you will.
Sure.
But if that's broken, then where do we go?
Bad?
Well, video shows Oklahoma judge texting and scrolling on phone in trial over fatal beating of 2-year-old. To me, that really sets a tone for how we treat one another. Because this is the most, there's high amounts of gravity. All right, we're not on the moon here. This is a situation where a 2-year-old has been beaten to death. We're not on the moon here. So treat the situation with some gravity, Judge. If you would. He's a new judge, by the way. These new judges. With the TikTok generation. These TikTok judges.
TikTok judges.
Good God.
But he is probably, it is a customized feed. It's probably like half
there's probably judge shit. There's probably
one ass,
one
and then the judge
shit. Yeah.
So he is a third of what he was watching was judge.
I want judges on TikTok. I want to see more judges.
There's
on TikTok.
definitely tailored. There's definitely judge tailored pornography out there. I think.
TikTok for judges.
TikTok for judges. Are there TikTok channels? Can you subscribe to a channel?
Okay, here we go.
I mean, I've seen lots of.
Okay. Oh, this is nice. Judge lets murderer choose his own sentence. When you're a judge and you're like 3, 4, 5 years in, you're like, I'm pretty much. Are they elected for life? I'm not doing anything you can't do.
Because I know the Supreme Court is elected for life, but is every single judge elected for life?
I think judges be going for like 30 years or something.
That just feels like a life. That feels like a life.
How long? Actually, maybe it's like 7 years. 30 seems like a long time. How long is a judge elected for? There we go. 4-year terms. Okay.
4-year terms.
That seems pretty fair.
I'm chosen to not.
This judge is not going to get reelected.
So Supreme Court judges though are life, right? I'm almost certain about that. Anybody chime in the comments?
I think
we could use a little bit of spice.
6-year terms. The 9 state Supreme Court justices are elected to 6-year terms. I think they just end up staying in for a really long time.
Oh, okay.
Just like these career politicians. Like it's like,
yeah,
everything can only be 6 years. But then it's like what is it? The FDR. He was like president and then president and president. They're like, all right, shit, we got to change this.
This is not working.
But then there's all these other career politicians that are just like, they're shifting around. They're doing their thing.
I'm reading a book right now. The Expanse series is actually a pretty.
Is this more or less interesting than a judge letting a criminal choose his own?
Oh.
Because I want to go there if it's gonna get the people going. But if it's not, I want to give.
What doesn't get me going is this. I was just gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Philippe Duarte.
Yeah, who
Not
is that?
Duterte.
Wait,
Duarte.
who is Philippe Duarte?
It's not Philippe. It's something close to that.
Wait, how
There's
do I know
a guy
this?
that becomes a dictator. There's a guy that becomes a fascist leader, and he gets life extensions. He's immortal.
Wait,
and he's leading something
that's...
called the Laconian, but it's the Filipino.
Yeah, the Filipino guy. Yeah.
You know, the Filipino dictator guy. Anyways, he serves a life term, except he's immortal, so he just doesn't control the Laconian Empire. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah, just a quick in and out. Just dip the toe.
Okay. Hey.
Great book, The Expanse. Check it out.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I cried last night listening
Wait,
to it.
really?
They killed two of my favorite main characters. They killed Draper and they killed fucking Amos. I literally cried. I literally fucking cried into my food that I was cooking last night.
As you were listening to it?
Yeah, and the food was really good. I suggest if you guys can experience tragedies in any circumstances, do it while cooking. Because the fucking taste of tears,
that's
especially
so
your own.
Funny.
Allison was like, "This is the best meal you've ever made." And I was like, "There's a reason, Al."
Blood, sweat, and tears is not a fucking myth. That's actually how you make some good home cooking.
And Draper, she went out with a bang. Amos just got his head fucking blown off.
Okay, well let's dive into this then, because this is so. I'm sorry to cut you off, because
no.
Because it's funny, you were just mentioning something that was like a monumental emotional rift inside your own.
Sure.
And then I'm
like, shouldn't be. You know, I mean, I don't react that way to books very frequently. I've probably cried for like one or two other books.
This guy is a world builder. So if you build a good world, was this a good world? It was a good. If you build a good world and you make him really buy in.
Eighth book. 40 hour book.
Fuck me. Wait. So
8 books, 40 hours.
Is the last?
There's one more book after
Oh boy! Are you stoked?
Are you fucking stoked? I have like slight trauma. Now I'm like, they're gonna kill Alex.
But you can't.
They're gonna kill Alex. There's like fucking two main characters. They killed like the entire fucking cast.
Really?
Yeah, I think they might just kill everyone.
Well, at this point,
it's like let them all be together and hell, you know.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a great.
Is there anybody in there that you want to fuck? Is there anybody hot?
Totally.
Yeah.
Quite a few people in there.
Quite a few. Yeah. Will you name one of them?
I mean Naomi when she was younger. Definitely.
Because you see, just because they give you the descriptions of what they look like. Well, no,
I mean she's aged like 60 years in this book.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this started out with like a lot of the main characters being like 20s to 30s, and now they're all like between 70 and 100.
Wow. Okay, yeah. That's goddamn.
Yeah.
So you
go through the whole life of these people.
Oh my god.
And then
I'm getting little tiny chills.
In a fraction of a second, when you least expect it, it's like, you know, they always pull it back from the brink. They always get these people out, and then just one bullet, just brain matter spraying out the back. The fucking top of the head goes.
Are they in space?
And the body. Sometimes they're on planets.
I was imagining them in space.
Yeah. Draper died in space. And there's just I almost want to cry again. Alex, who like has lived with her and worked with her for like 40 years, like he's an XO on a ship, which is like a not a captain, but then just below that.
Okay, yeah.
Like they're fighting like the most important pivotal battle in this thing. They're about to take out a Juggernaut class spaceship. It's the only chance for the non-Laconian humans to take things over, and she gets blasted through the chest with a PDC, and they have a fucking close-up cam on it, and he just fucking loses his shit, and he's trying to take control of the ship to like swoop in and save her. He's just screaming, fuck, no! He like fights one of his captain. He fights his own captain, trying to get the controls, and then he's just sobbing while he just watches this vapor blast of her fucking organs.
Oh,
that's when I lost it.
So they have cameras that they're closing up.
They were watching because they're like, no fucking way. They thought she was already dead. They're like, no fucking way. She fucking made it. She's dropping the antimatter device. Like,
she's literally that bitch.
And you're always like, they're gonna get through. They shouldn't get through, but they're gonna get through. And then it's just like, and like everyone on the ship knows she's dead, but Alex just can't accept it, and so he's just like fucking freaking out. Like, give me fucking control of my ship. We're gonna get her. And then it blows, and it's just.
It's interesting when there's a couple of things. So like, books are awesome because you can just go so much harder than a fucking. Deep. And like when you see a movie, you're like, oh, that's how it is. But in a book, it's like intimate to you because you've imagined everything.
You are making it.
Yeah.
With your imagination.
Yeah, and
like it's a hybridization. The author is writing framework for you, but you are filling in.
You're filling in.
Gaps.
Well, and like you have such a great imagination that you probably just enjoy books that much more because you can like flesh. You can do books on TT, you know? Well, other people do books on themselves,
Sure.
but like, God, I would love to experience a book on TT.
Oh, that's
Jesus
sweet.
Christ.
I think it's honestly, I can't really do
This
a journey.
is the percussion section of the brew.
I think it's just because I was a DM for a long time. I did a shitload of D&D. I tried writing a bunch of books. I did a lot of freestyling.
Dog maimer.
A lot of
He got very creative in maiming dogs.
Oh, dog maiming.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I love that there's a game device called MAME. Did you know that? MAME. There's like one of the first game devices that ever came out. It's called MAME. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. MAME.
All right, MAME. We're gonna
But
look up.
that's
MAME
a good
later.
dive into the Expanse world. I highly suggest it. If you guys like
Expanse?
books, check it out. The Expanse. It's not. If you're like a super hard, like I'm a really hard sci-fi guy, so this was kind of a leg out. Like this was much more character driven, but you fall in love with them, and God, when they kill him, it's they wait so
MAME,
long.
multiple arcade machine emulator.
There you go. There it is. Yeah.
Wow.
That was one of the
MAME.
first like home game devices.
Wow. Giving it raw to the people. Okay.
Here we
Judge
go,
lets
folks.
murderer choose his own sentence. What?
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 I just don't understand how you find somebody guilty of doing something to a 15-day-old baby because there was no evidence whatsoever that proved anything about me putting my hands on my kids. I've never done it. I never would. I don't believe in it. I was beat as a child, and I don't agree with it at all. And I would never do it. I would never do it. That's all I got to say. I would never do it on this.
Well, I can make a lot of comments on what you said. I can make a lot of comments on the trial, but I know that was just an argument with you or talking with you. So you claim you're innocent, so you tell me what sentence the man or woman that you claim did this should receive.
If you ever find out who did it, they deserve to be under the jail.
Okay? So they ought to get the maximum sentence.
Most definitely.
Okay? On the crime of malice murder, I sent you to life in confinement without parole. In the sin of the death of another, I sent you to 10 years of confinement consecutive or after capital. You understand each of the sentences?
Jesus. Okay, that's pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah.
The,
I mean, I feel like they know he did it though.
yeah, that is judges for TikToks.
That's
what a judge is like. Yeah, fucking got him. You
I
thought I
mean-
was gonna do a little something, but I actually won two. It tables back to.
He not only fucked his world up, he did it with class.
Yeah.
He did it with class and dignity.
Somehow, like you saw in the guy's eyes, like I just played myself.
I just got played. I would give him a lollipop. I would give him a lollipop.
I want to know though, did he really do it? I mean, because here's the thing. He looked.
I'm gonna make a snap judgment and just say he did.
Wait, he was found innocent later. He was found innocent later. Yeah. Everyone's saying he was guilty. Oh wait, he was guilty. Everyone's saying he wasn't. Needs to do some research. Okay. Well, we're gonna let you guys know. He was gonna be out. They found him not guilty. As wife owned up to it. They needed to reopen the case, but it's proving to be difficult now due to old law. Thank you, Defender 2090. That's. He's coming from 2090.
Come from the future.
Thank
He's
you,
basically
TikTok
the
user
law-
Defender
he's
2090.
the law Terminator.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, it's not looking good out there.
You will
for,
not be indicted.
what
I
is
will
that?
indict you.
What is that?
The Terminator.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
They were coming from way past 2090.
So speaking
Welcome
of
to
judges,
Big Smoochies.
a new judge in Oklahoma is facing scrutiny after courtroom video showed. Oh, it's a gal. Showed her scrolling through social media and texting on her cell phone. So that there said no female judges. Is that kind of
Is that the
men
rule that
have
we're doing here?
control when it comes to the algorithm. We don't get sucked in like y'all feminines. You know what I mean?
I wish that was the case.
I wish that was the case also.
I wish that was the case. I just want to say really quick, headline, good headline, great headline.
Yes.
For me, if I was a judge and I'm just imagining like somebody beat a fucking 2-year-old to death. Like this is not going to be a short trial.
Right.
You're not in for a 1-2 punch. You're not going, okay, like here's breakfast, now we have the trial, now we're done, let's have lunch. You're like you're going for a long time on this trial, and I think that if this was caught in the first 20 minutes of the trial, boo! Shame on you!
Yeah.
Okay, if this is caught in the first 2 hours of the trial, pretty much still boo, shame on you.
Yeah.
If this is caught in the first 2 days of the trial, it's like, depending on what's going on,
Right.
you know.
So you're siding with the judge.
Well, not necessarily, but I'm just leaving some room for the judge to be.
Have you ever watched a fucking YouTube short?
Get beat to death?
Oh. Have you ever watched a 2-year-old get beat to death on a YouTube short?
I'm just saying, if it's 2 weeks into the trial and it's like the guy's niece's nephew's cousin's great aunt who's like, he was a good boy when he was 7.
And maybe you'll check to see if you have any new fucking pokes.
You might check to see if you got some pokes.
Well, let's dive into it.
Let's dive into it.
Security video obtained by the Oklahoman shows Lincoln County District Judge Tracy Soderstrom texting or messaging for minutes at a time during jury selection. Opening statements and testimony in the trial for a man in the death of his girlfriend's son. At one point, Soderstrom searched for a GIF, an animated image. That's really funny.
I feel like she was gonna send it to somebody about the trial.
Yeah.
That's what you do with GIFs these days, you know.
Like how's the trial going? And it's like somebody like holding their head up with like Z's coming.
Yeah.
They have their eyes like Z's.
I mean, I love sending GIFs.
They're very easy. They're very easy.
Ricardo, if you're out there, you watch sometimes RGHF. You brought GIFs to my attention, and I want to thank you.
GIFs are one that people sleep on, but
they fucking sleep.
Because GIFs, you can express like an entire paragraph in a GIF.
Absolutely.
A 6-second GIF can tell you a fucking an epoch.
And I mean, it makes GIFs make me laugh out loud.
What am I not?
Can tell a story. Can tell
what's a long?
An epic.
An epic. Yes, an epic. Give an epic. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's all we had to say. Also, Soderstrom, great last name.
Soderstrom,
great last name.
She can be seen checking Facebook during the trial, which began last month in Chandler, about 45 minutes northeast of Oklahoma City.
The trial started last month.
Okay. Soderstrom was sworn in January 9th after being elected in November. Her 4-year term expires in January 2027. So this bitch thinks that she can just judge on Facebook. She thinks that she can just scroll and...
She's going to judge in the courtroom.
She's scrolling and sentencing. It's fucked up.
I want to know what fucking GIF she was going to send. That's important.
That I would like to know that. Soderstrom just declined to comment on what type of GIF she was going to send because the verdict could still be appealed, saying judges are prohibited from discussing pending cases. She knows that because she's a judge. That's fucking sad. A request for comment from the AP was not immediately returned on Thursday. The trial ended in a second-degree manslaughter conviction for Christian Tyler Martzall.
Christian with a K, by the way.
Christian with a KH. In 2018 death of Braxton Denker. These people all sound like they're not living great lives.
Didn't we have a Tyler Marzal in our school?
No, we have a Nick Marzal
in our crew. Nick Marzal in our crew.
Love
we had
you, Nick.
A Tyler. Who was the popular Tyler?
Oh, Tyler...
Middaw.
Yeah. Shout out to Tyler Middaw.
Shout out to Tyler Middaw. You know, I hope you're doing well.
I just remember one time... Can
you out me?
Well, I mean, it's really outing both of us.
Okay.
He, remember we talked about how we talk about he?
Oh, yeah.
But I would be outing you a little bit.
For horrible experience?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that's fine.
Okay, well, folks, we're 23 minutes in. We can talk about horrible experience. So, one time...
Hey, Bill, if you're there, fucking earmuffs. Get out now.
Bill
Rosen,
Tyler's father-in-law
stop watching
liked our channel today, so we're like, I don't know. Can we be us? We have to.
We have to be us, Bill. And there's a part of me that, based on your daughter's pleading, I have hidden from you. I have encapsulated.
Yes.
And that is for the health of our relationship.
He's a Pandora's box, and we let it out on the brew.
I recognize that you can't put him back in. You're culturally flexible, and that you have culturally
culturally flexible enough.
You're not culturally. You are
you
not
need to play some cultural
gymnast.
Twister right now.
You need to
both hands on
shut
red.
down the computer. You need
both
to delete your Facebook
feet
account.
on yellow.
Yes, both feet on yellow.
Both hands on red.
Just hop on off. I love you, but get out of here.
Okay, one time Tyler and I were 15, and there was a girl that was right down the road, and her sister was a burn victim. I've already talked to her about.
There's a bell you could press if you needed a sexual.
And we were hanging out. And I was like, I could kind of call this girl probably. I don't know. She's like a person that does like a thing. I don't know.
You just gotta. We're 15. He's got a girl he can just call down the street.
Yeah, I was like, I'd probably just call her. And I called her. Her name was H, which stands for horrible experience, but her name actually just started with an H. But I won't out her.
You could have not even said that.
It starts with
What's
H.
A partial docs?
Ends with.
You don't need to stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Well, they don't know that I lived on level.
Okay, yeah! He's a bad person. He's a bad person.
All right.
We're not doxing her.
She had a reputation. You know, we would meet late night in her barn.
It's a great barn.
We'd go up to the barn. The first time I went up to that barn, actually, it was on crutches. So I remember.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey. I'm here for a sexual experience. Yes, I did shatter my ankle.
Okay, so I'll tell. Okay, so the first time,
my dad did make me walk on
the
it.
first time, I don't know. So she was like I found out about her because she dated this like kid that lived right next to me, and then we all hung out one night, and she let us feel her boobs. So that was like the first time I ever felt boobs on like this like weird like playground that my dad constructed for my little brother on our fucking.
You know,
like,
playgrounds get used for a lot.
Playgrounds,
of...
there's a lot of weird shit. Yeah, playgrounds. They're a playground for when you're young and for when you're in your adolescence too.
Yeah. And for when you're 47, homeless and on nothing.
Absolutely, it's like the giving tree. It's the entire fucking gamut. So we are touching on this girl's titty. It's pretty fucking insane. We're all like 15. She's like, "Do you want to come back to the barn? I've got this barn that we can go do stuff."
Back to the barn.
We go up to the barn. I mean, just imagine me. I got chafing underneath my fucking armpits.
He's red.
I'm red.
He's ripe. He's raw.
So it's three of us. Me, my buddy PJ, and my buddy B. I got
it's just possums.
That's
my buddy Possum B.
I got my Possum P and Possum B.
Potty.
So then we go up there. She's like, "Who wants to go first?" I was like, "Not me," because I was like, but in reality, you would want to go first.
You would want to go first.
But I was like, "Nah."
But the touching of boobs is not.
I touched the boobs. Then it was like I don't even know what's happening.
Oh yeah.
So then she starts giving Possum B or Possum P a blowjob.
Oh wow.
Okay. And it gets like really like we're really like going there, and then
everybody's just hanging out.
Everyone's in this like tiny little barn with like
lights on,
candlelight or something. I don't even know. This is like before like.
That's gonna be really confusing as a 15-year-old trying to figure out where to put your eyes because you're like, do I watch?
Dude, well, and it's funny because I'll never forget. Like my friend.
At this point, you don't have a cell phone, so you can't be like, I'm gonna just surf Reddit.
Yeah, no, my friend B. He was like this really tall black kid with a lisp because he had like a jaw abnormality.
This is.
If anybody knows, then listen. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I mean, we're worldwide. You know, we're worldwide. So I just remember she's giving P a blowjob, and B goes, "Man, I'd be masturbating right now if my hands weren't so cold."
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and it got really weird. And
hilarious.
I remember she got really weird too, and we ended up we didn't do anything. I tried to like grab her ass, and she like got like very. Honestly, I think this poor girl had some fucking
trauma or something.
She had a shadow.
It doesn't sound like.
Well, she had told us about some crazy shit. But anyway, okay. So that was like the first time that I had met this girl, and then there were multiple times where we just met up, and she would like get with people, and it'd be like this whole weird thing. So then I was like, well, there's just maybe this girl that we could like hang out with. So Tyler and I go to hang out with this girl, and basically I'm just trying to think like where do we even start? Do you want to chime in on this? Should I keep going? So she agrees to give us both a blowjob.
Yeah, I didn't get one though, did I?
No, you did. You did. We both did.
No, I didn't.
We both did. Yeah.
I'm like 98% sure I didn't.
Well, I remember you did because
I remember I didn't. I think, and I mean, there's no reason I would say I did.
Right? Yeah. Because you're trying to be cool. Yeah.
I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah. You're trying to be. This is very cool.
This is very cool stuff. This is extremely cool stuff. Why would I not take my brownie points, my cool points, my social relevance when I had the opportunity? But I don't think I did.
I definitely did. What's up?
I think you did. But we were just playing hand games. We were playing hand games.
Here's why I remember that you did.
Okay.
Because I remember one of us went first. She kissed the other one.
Oh!
But then she was like, she like did it the other way to make it like even or whatever.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'll tell the good folks.
Oh Oh God! So I've kissed.
Yeah, it was bad. We're 15, folks.
I've kissed your dick.
In a weird Eskimo way, and I yours in a weird. I don't like to admit this to the good folks.
Okay, well, I mean, keeping it real for the good folks.
Here's the problem, though. When she dropped the draws,
Dictamination. My mouth has been dictaminated.
Yes, but it smelled like rotten cheese.
Yeah,
it smelled like rotten cheese, and that's when we had to get out of there.
Yeah,
we had to get out of there.
It's not fair. Yeah. It's wrong. It's bad.
But and she was also.
That was my first interaction with a vagina.
Yeah, no, same. I was like, I feel like this is how they are, and I actually, I need to process this. I needed to process. It literally smelled horrific. Like, I'm sure she had an infection or something. Yeah. No, it was bad. But the reason that we got to this was because I remember there was this kid, Tyler Middaugh, that we've already said his name. He was like the cool kid at our high school, but he was also kind of an asshole because he was like the cool kid,
Yeah, you gotta be an asshole.
When it comes to the territory.
You gotta be an asshole when you're the cool kid.
So when we went in there, she knew my name was Jeff. We all called her tomato soup, not to her face. I'll tell you that in a second.
Oh my god.
We all called because okay, I'll tell you that right now. Because the first night when P and B and me were up there, P ended up eating her out, and then the next morning she calls and she's like, hey, tell P that he got his Red Wings because I was on my period last night. So our boy P ate her out on her period when we're all 15. So then we made so much fun of him and we called him Bloodmouth.
We're bad
which isn't even a good nickname.
I mean...
And it got into the school, circulated as Bloodmouth. It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
And he was like, don't understand consequences.
But he was bragging. He was like, yeah, it tasted like Starburst. It tasted good, bro. Like...
I mean, that's the move. Good political move.
Yeah, good political move. But then we know there's no way that tasted like Starburst. Maybe Starburst nachos or some fucking shit. But that was horrific.
God.
So anyway, you go in because Tyler's name is Robert Tyler Smiley, and so we go in with your name is going to be Robert because you want to protect your innocence as a 15-year-old. But then at one point I accidentally call you Tyler, and then she's like, "Oh, so your name's really Tyler, huh? What's your last name?" And then Tyler goes, Middaugh.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah,
to bring it all back home.
That was politically a good move too.
That was politically a wonderful
move. That was possum 1 and possum 2.
We call her HE, horrible experience. We had a horrible budding sexual experience when we were 15.
It was kind of
a woman who
was kind of a turnoff.
She was like 17 or something. So
Yeah.
she was
We definitely.
She was taking advantage of us. Just so the folks.
I think there's a point where you just go,
it was
trauma is taking advantage of trauma.
Yes, trauma is taking advantage of trauma.
Trauma was taking advantage of trauma in a vicious.
Because here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I wasn't gonna divulge, but during that night, I think that was the last time I ever went over there. I'm pretty sure because she had said something about how she had this like 40-year-old Mormon boyfriend.
Yeah.
Who like they didn't fuck, but she like just let him put it in like soak. So they weren't really fucking because she like
something. We should have told someone about that.
We maybe should have.
We should have told.
But we were 15, so it's like, what are we gonna do? We were just telling somebody, hey, if you. We weren't telling people, but in the way like, hey, if you need a weird blowjob in a barn at 3 a.m,
we've got your hookup. God, when you really go back and you dig in,
it's crazy being a kid.
Yeah, you just don't. You literally. Like, I mean, and you wonder, like, okay, how do people wind up, like, going hard? How do people wind up going hard? They go hard when they're kids.
Yes.
If you normalize extreme violence with a fucking 12-year-old...
Well, it's like one of those, like, little, like, dreidels or gyroscopes. It's like, okay, you're going hard, you're going hard, you're going hard, you're going really hard, you're going really hard, you're going really fucking hard, oh my god, you're going so hard, and then you're done.
Yeah.
But
when you introduce that as a kid, I don't even think you're like, I'm going hard! You're literally just like, I'm just a dreidel.
Right.
I'm just literally doing stuff that you do when you're alive.
We're all a dreidel.
We're all a dreidel.
If the Jews have their fucking way.
If the Jews, and then I'll do a gasp. I'll do a gasp for that.
Okay.
It's useless.
Folks, we've got some hot news.
Hot news, folks. That was a deep dive.
That was a deep dive. Horrible experience. Yeah, thank you for going. I didn't know if we should go there. I was like, we're 20 minutes in. Anybody who's listening now is real.
15-minute dive.
Yeah.
We really went
I mean, fucking, shit. Gilgo Beach murders. I don't know if you guys have been hearing about these Gilgo Beach murders. I just heard about them this morning. But seems like this could be, here at Brotherwife Incorporated, one of the things we do is we try to cover news stories that are about to pop off. We were right at the brink of the Titanic thing. We were right there.
We felt really good about that, and we hope you guys felt. Really
so
good
this
about
is
that
kind of
too.
the new paradigm. So there's a gentleman, Rex Heuermann. He's been charged with killing three women rather, who vanished.
I was gonna literally just say at least it was 3 men.
Yeah, 2009
and that's
to 2010.
okay. Call me a misogynist, call me a, but I would rather hear about 3 men getting killed than 3 women getting killed.
Well, why do you think the Jeffrey Dahmer shit became so popular? Because people can stomach it a little bit better. You don't want to see a bunch of women's getting hacked up. Doesn't feel good for the mentals.
It was Bundy that did all the women?
I'm pretty sure Bundy had
It
the
was
women.
Bundy that did all the women.
Let's see here.
Really dark.
Numerous guns were kept inside a walk-in vault with a big iron door at the home of Gilgo Beach, New York murder suspect Rex Heuermann, according to authorities.
See, that's just not what I think about when I think about psycho killer.
Yeah.
I don't think about a guy with a vault of guns. I really think about a guy with like scythes on the wall.
Yeah, or
knife sharpener.
or a guy. Honestly, a guy with a bunch of shit that you have. Like a guy that has like a fucking armadillo and a goddamn like.
Don't out me here. Are you gonna out me again?
You would be what I would think of fucking serial killer. Charming? Serial killers are charming.
Malachi is a knife collector.
Really? I could see Malachi being a serial killer. I could Hola!
And we got our boy Sam Smith.
Sam Smith! Yo.
I've been reading about these girls who do, they're like eaters. They're Yum Yum. They're NPC characters, and they go like this, and then whenever somebody gives them a thing, they go, thank you.
Wait.
And then there's different icons. We need to do this.
Do they just walk around the street or something?
No. They're just on camera. They're like this, and then like you know how things will pop up on the screen, like it'll pop up and be like, oh, a little chili pepper. You want a chili pepper? Like people give awards.
Sure.
So when they pop up, the girls like pretend a chili pepper pops up like right here, right? So she's doing her like NPC thing. She'll go, yum yum. Oh, thank you. 2 cough. But it's always the same sound. It's always the same sound.
2 cough.
2 cough.
You get coughs based on how much.
They just all pick their own random things.
Oh.
There's one that does whenever somebody gives her a pepper, she goes, no spicy.
Oh my god!
She's like this gorgeous, cute little like super white, dressed up as like an anime girl, and if somebody gives her pepper, she goes, no spicy.
Oh my
it's
god!
Insane, and these guys are making so much money.
Shit is getting so crazy to the point I'm starting to like lose the ability to understand things.
You now know what it feels
to
like
be old.
To be your grandpa.
I know, no, dude.
You're your own grandpa.
One of the things that I was thinking about is like self-driving cars. There's gonna be a bunch of people in like 30 years that are like, nah, I just like to drive my own. Yeah. I don't like to do the self-driving. And then they're gonna ban it. It's gonna be a whole weird thing. Yeah. There's so like computers, fucking using Microsoft Word. That is such commonplace for us now. Yeah. But there's people that still don't know how to use it. Yeah. It's fucked up. If you don't adapt, you get left behind so quick, and even quicker today than ever before because shit is expanding upon expansions. You don't even if you're not first, you're last, baby.
And that's why I'm gonna start doing that weird NPC shit for you guys.
Do it.
So during the show, when you're reading stories, I'm gonna do the NPC shit. Come. Quick,
oh, but you have you do 2 quats though. 2 quats.
2 quats. Oh, I just sat on one of my balls. Oh my god. Oh fuck.
That's why the women do it. The women can maneuver way quicker.
I don't know what
they don't have balls to deal with.
To my lower quarters today, but I'm sweating. It is like
Jesus Christ.
It is like, I feel like I'm wearing a
Jesus Christ.
Banana tuck.
Numerous guns were kept inside the walk-in vault. Over 200 guns in the suburban Massaquoi Park, Long Island house. Although he only had permits for 92 of the firearms. I feel like if you have permits for 92...
I agree.
You're kind of... You've done...
Once you cross the 20 threshold, you're pretty much good.
I have guns.
I have
lots of guns.
Yeah, he had lots of guns.
Come on. A backhoe was brought to Heuermann's home on Sunday. The excavating equipment was in use for about 3 hours on Sunday and remains at the scene. Harrison said it had been a fruitful search of the house so far. Who the fuck is Harrison?
Yeah, well, in fruitful search, I'm almost certain you don't say it's been a fruitful search if it's actually been a fruitful search.
Well, and just that's a weird fruitful for murder stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. One theory investigators...
Fruitful investigation. We found a lot of mangoes. We found a shitload of mangoes. Yum mangoes.
2 indictments.
No spicy. 2 indictments.
A husband
200 guns.
He was a husband and father of 2, and they were trying to figure out if he killed any of his alleged victims inside the house. Can we confirm that someone was killed inside the house? We can't confirm that at this time, Harrison said. But Harrison really fucking... But I mean, if someone's gonna kill somebody...
This could either be the guy that kills everyone or the guy that saves everyone. Do you see that too?
Oh, the unlikely hero.
The unlikely hero.
And he's like...
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we thought that he was bad because he had 200 guns, but now he's actually arming the entire city.
He could be John Locke on Lost.
Yeah.
I'm watching Lost right now. Sam Smith, by the way... Fuck you, homie. It's good.
Are you on that Lost train?
I'm on that Lost train.
Bro, it was a fucking phenomenon in the early 2000s.
Yeah, and it was a phenomenon.
Everybody really, really was keyed into Lost. And the nice thing about Lost is it was like one of the last things that we could do as a community. Because it was like, there was like before like smartphones. Like we had Pokemon Go that brought everyone together. Everyone knows that meme. But Lost, I also felt like really transcended.
It was like before the fracturing of like the American monoculture.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
bro.
like America used to have like
a little bit of a
monoculture.
Yeah, that's
and now
right.
it's like it's so interesting though because there's some things that are pushed through so hard that there's like everybody has like 30% of the monoculture left. Like we're all fucking
like everybody thinks it's okay to eat ass. That's like part of the 30% of what it means to be American. That's like eating ass.
It's true.
Fucking going on Airbnb trips.
Going on Airbnb trips.
That's pretty ubiquitous American.
Doing the
yum.
Not spicy.
Yeah, sending TikToks to your loved ones if they don't open.
Yeah, GIFs. But the GIFs haven't been pushed through. And just since you're on here right now, Richard, RGHF, I just want to say thank you for bringing GIFs into my life, man. You changed me. I'm a changed man.
He's a changed man.
He's a changed man. So this guy wasn't the hero, though. Oh.
He wasn't the hero. He killed a bunch of girls. He killed a bunch of girls.
So is it for sure that he killed them?
Well, prosecutors have said that based on phone records, Humerman's wife and children were not home at the time of the killings. The records also point to the house as a location where phones pinged, but prosecutors were careful to not identify a location yet where they believed the victims died. Harrison said the search at the house could end as soon as Tuesday. I want to believe will be finished up either sometime tomorrow or later on this week.
Very fruitful search.
A New York City architect, he was a New York City architect. He was arrested July 13th for the murders of 3 sex workers, Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, and Amber Costello, whose bodies were found covered in burlap on Long Island's South Shore in 2010.
Oh, whoa.
The young women disappeared in 2009, 2010. Could you imagine killing some women in 2009, 2010?
Years
and 13 years, now you're getting...
Scot-free.
Oh, god damn. He probably thought... I mean, we heard about this before. There was a gynecologist for like 40 fucking years doing weird shit.
Doing all that weird shit.
And then he was out of the game for like 15 years, and then he got like way after the fact. And good! And good!
You don't even need to say "and good" here. The fact that you say "and good" here makes people think that you maybe don't think it's good.
So it's funny because...
DNA from pizza crust led to arrest in Gilgo Beach murders.
A surveillance team gathered a swab of Rex Huberman's DNA from leftover pizza he threw in the trash, the district attorney said. So we don't know if this is actually a break in the case that the folks needed, but it also could seem like they're really grasping at straws. I mean, let's see here. How long is this video? Give me a little something.
They're so bad about their videos.
They really are.
Oh,
here we go.
Rex Huberman is DNA. A surveillance team is sent to Midtown Manhattan, the area where he works, and they're basically watching the building. And he comes out, and he goes to a pizza place, and they see him go through 3 slices of pizza, and he takes the box and
Did they have to
shoves
mention
it
3?
into a green trash can.
So that was a treasure trove of DNA in there with that pizza box.
Fruitful search, treasure trove of DNA.
They've seen him discarded, and they pull that box out.
We're able to test it with his DNA to match the DNA at the crime scenes.
One hair matched the DNA profile of that of the
That's
defendant, Rex
fucked.
Huberman.
That's pretty fucked. Because he thought he was safe. You're not even safe to eat a slice out
He
here.
does support murderers. Do you guys
We
hear
are
this?
on the road
That
leads
is so
actually from the
fucked.
street.
It's not so fucked that a guy murdered 4
Sex workers.
It's really fucked that he got caught.
I mean, when a man wants to just enjoy a slice, he should be able to just enjoy a slice. Jesus fucking
So cops
Christ!
can go through public trash cans. And once your trash is out on the street, it's considered public trash.
I mean, he's a fat guy, right? I just love that they're like, yeah, he ate 3 slices of pizza. I would just be embarrassed if it were me. I'd be like, you can just say.
You can just say I killed 4 sex
We're
workers.
in New York.
You couldn't just say I killed 4 sex workers. You gotta drop the pizza bomb on me.
Here's the other thing. I'll just say it, since, I've already broken the seal on being a rotund man. For all my fellow larger folks out there.
BBs, big boys.
Big boys and big women.
And big beauties.
And big women's.
Big beauties? Can we call them big boys and big beauties?
We big folks that have a modicum of taste. We dress for our bodies, right? We dress for our bodies. In these hotter months, don't ask people if they're hot. That's fat people know. This is such a meme. I'm so sick of people asking fat people, aren't you hot in that? Aren't you hot? Bitch! Yes, I'm fucking hot in this! Yes, I'm fucking hot in this! Shut the fuck up and mind your fucking business! Yes, I made a series of decisions to wear this today, and it's not my ideal. But it's the lesser of 2 evils. Aren't you hot in that? Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Alright. Not directed at anybody specific.
Hey,
us big folks, we've been dealing with this for decades. I'm
living through like a Memento style, like flashbacks to like 150 different events in my life right now that all make sense now.
Aren't you hot in there?
No,
and you always have to be like, oh,
and there's a couple people in particular where I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Pete, you don't listen. God bless you. You don't know unless you know. You don't know unless you know, and that's okay. But I'm just PSAing. I'm just PSAing.
That's
right
a great
now.
PSA. That's a great fucking PSA. That's a great PSA. I will hold on to that. I will hold on to that. So
Please.
folks that are just logging in, bigger people, don't ask them why they wore warm clothes.
Don't ask.
They're wearing the clothes.
Sometimes you
reason.
layer for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Because you are so deeply ashamed of who you are as a person. You need to hide it. No. Folks, this weekend, I tried to do a very nice thing. I tried to...
tried to?
I tried to do a very nice thing.
I tried to, too. We can dive into how I tried to, too.
Oh, God, yes. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah. We both fucked up.
Did you fuck up?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
We've all got our reasons, but yeah, I fucked up.
God damn. All right, well, really quick, look at these photos, folks. Look at these photos, all right? This looks pretty nice, right?
You're too close.
Here, yeah. Can you control
the
scrolling? So, folks, we've got
touchscreen.
No, I wish it was. That's why I needed you to control the scrolling. It's not easy. So we've got a hot tub here. We've got a nice other way. I would say.
There we go. I don't even know.
Other way, I'd say.
Fuck.
It's inverted. It's inverted. All right, we've got a nice scenic scape on the. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't that look nice? Looks pretty nice, right? Oh my goodness, a whole hot tub to yourself, and a freaking cabin on the river. What the heck? Oh my God, it's so beautiful and serene. Oh my God. Oh my.
Okay, now
God.
this is the Instagram versus reality moment.
Instagram versus reality, because when you advertise a cabin, you should know that people expect a cabin. People expect running water. They expect a light or two. They expect full enclosure. That's big. You love to see full enclosure. But, unfortunately, this is what you get.
So wait, the roof wasn't closed up to the top?
The roof was not closed. So here's the thing. This gal, she's
How
like...
much did this cost?
So I got it at a discount rate because they weren't going to be like... Because basically like they were like, oh, it's got like... I don't even know what the fuck the thing was. But basically like we're still building it. And because it's not... It wasn't because it wasn't finished, but there was some reason that they were like... discounting it because they weren't gonna have like all like they had like a s'mores bar,
and they have like tea and all these things. They're like, oh, we're not gonna have like all the like accoutrements and amenities, right? So like, we'll discount it for you basically. And I was like, okay, so that's kind of fair, I guess. And they're like, oh, we're gonna be the first person, but there's gonna be like a nice bed and like this, that. But it was so vague because this is the first one that they are like, you know, trying
They're
to.
just starting an Airbnb property.
But they have so they have some places it says 26 acres, other places it says 30. It keeps switching and switching and switching, and I'm like, it's 26 acres. You know what I mean? Because like, but some places it's advertised 30 acres, and then she told us it was 30 acres when we got there. But anyway, they are trying so hard to make a nice thing out there, but they are just not doing it right. This
is literally the exact same story that I have.
Okay, perfect. So it's a wedding venue that's out in Eastern Washington, but they also do Airbnb camping. It's on the river. I got this cabin here really quick. I need to show you before we go any further. I need to show you what the mock-ups are of the cabins because they have like stock photos.
Oh my god.
They have stock photos.
Oh my god.
Which make this so fucking inappropriate.
And so I'll just jump in for a second when you find that, and I'll just say I'm basically trying to do a similar thing to what they are. We've got 25 acres, and we're trying to start an event venue, and we're trying to make it a really nice place to stay, and people can have like music events there and weddings and health and wellness retreats. And I've been working really hard to make a space for Allison and I and our family to go and enjoy it, so I can kind of get some more work done there and enjoy our time. So basically, I am this lady.
Yeah.
Except
you
Allison
are,
and
yeah.
Lupin are you
Yeah.
and Roxanne.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, you are this lady.
I am this lady.
And she she didn't remind me of you per se, but it reminded me of what you're trying to do a little bit. Yeah. And she did not execute. She really didn't. And it didn't ruin our thing, but it really made it fucking difficult. Really made it fucking difficult. And
you've got two options. You can either get distraught by it, or you can make fun of it the whole time and be like, what a bunch of fucking losers.
Well, and so that's what we were expecting. You know, you see lights, you see, you know, what would appear to be running water.
Sweet little cabin.
You see a nice cabin with windows and just, you know, all kinds of stuff that would lead you to believe. And this is what you get.
That's what you get.
This is what you get. And she also said that it opened out right onto the water.
How large is that cabin? That looks like it's 12 feet by 12 feet.
It's like 70 square feet. It's like as big as like this.
It's a bed.
It's basically a fucking bed, and okay, here's the thing. I kept having bad feelings about this, but she was so like ticky-tacky with like the details and stuff that I was and like kicking the can down the road with correspondence. By the time I tried to get a plan B, Taylor Swift was in town, weird fairs, Prime weekend in fucking. It was all over, dude. I'm on Hotel Tonight. I'm on Airbnb. I'm downloading apps I've never even fucking heard of. Hopper? I'm on Hopper. I'm seeing shit for literally $1,000 because it's like such a scarcity of open availability with hotels. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna have to trust this chick and like fucking make it work.
To Portland?
We ended up going to Well, that was where I was going. That was the.
Could you have? I'm just saying, could you have moved between places?
We tried.
You had an event that was going to be in Portland?
No. We went to Portland by necessity.
Oh, okay.
Because we were here. We were gonna try and make it work. We were like, let's go. Because we get there. Okay, listen. That was the end of my story.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't know it was the end of your story.
No, it's okay.
I didn't know it was the end of your story.
Basically,
He's gonna hit me after the show.
I'm gonna hit him. Basically, we got there. They're still finishing the fucking cabin. There's a bunch of tools. They're still finishing the cabin. They're not done. The top is still like enclosed because there was a laborer that was supposed to be there, and there was like windows that were supposed to come in, and this, that, and the other.
So did they charge you?
They ended up being like, oh, so if you guys just want to go swim, we'll come back and we'll just like finish this up. We'll like finish it up and we'll put. And so they were gonna put like, because the whole we're right next to a lake, so there's a bunch of mosquitoes, a bunch of bugs. We need an enclosed space, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like a romantic thing, you know. And we've got like a bunch of like fucking like I really planned and I really bought like a bunch of stuff and like I was ready to make this work, but Roxanne is very, very averse to bugs. She does not like bugs at all. And so having the fucking top being exposed was just, she was trying to be a good sport, but she was like...
You could tell.
I could just tell. And I was like, all right, well, let's just go swimming. and come back and see what they've done. So we go swimming. The swimming hole is so much worse than you could ever fucking imagine. This is what they advertised as a swimming hole. I don't have my picture on the phone. All of these fucking... It's basically just this. It's like this tiny little creek that you can't swim in with all of these exact fucking floaties in there, halfway deflated. Halfway deflated with a bunch
covered in mud.
Covered in mud and yeah.
Bullshit. They like inflated it all, took
the
that
photo
one
and then
picture,
just left it. And I'm like, how the fuck? We couldn't even swim in it. It was disgusting. The water was all like clay laden or something. It was like, it looked like water in like an apocalyptic like 2060.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
or like the 1650s in Paris. Like
yeah, it was like just horrific clay, gray, horrible water. And like all of the beaches were, I specifically said, hey, my girlfriend really likes to swim. We're basically there to swim. And she's like, oh yeah, there's great swimming. Horrific swimming. It's
so they just lied about everything.
They just lied basically and just okay. I understood. I had a lot of empathy, and we actually got in a fight about this, Roxanne and I had a lot of empathy because I'm like, I ran an Airbnb. I know your situation. Like, I work in just situations. I understand what it means to
Roxanne
try.
Is like, crossbow bolt these motherfuckers.
No, she's literally like, what the fuck? This is like a weird scam or something. And I'm like, no, it's not a scam. It's just
they have a dream. They have a
dream.
Up on it yet.
They horrifically executed because they were literally like, oh yeah. So turns out we don't have enough of the mesh material. So we're gonna custom fit some plywood. We're gonna custom fit some plywood. So
I love custom fit some plywood.
Yeah, so we're
which is just cut fucking plywood rectangles out.
Yeah.
Custom fit some plywood.
But here's the thing: it wouldn't have been quick because they were like completely like unique angles and shit. So she's like, I sent like Miley. What's her name? I sent Miley to the store, and she'll be back in about 45 minutes. So this, that, the other. Eventually, she was like, I understand this isn't what you expected. If you need to cancel, like if you want a refund and find other accommodations, you know, because we had talked on the phone a little bit, and she could kind of tell I was like not fucking happy. And then the toilet, which I thought was our private toilet, was not a private toilet. It's a composting toilet where you open the lid, you put sawdust in, you shit, and then you sawdust afterwards, which is kind of fine, but we kind of thought it was our private toilet. And there was like a camper right fucking next to us. It's like, so we can't, this isn't going to be secluded. Yeah. We're not going to be able to like enjoy our space.
The thing is, all of those things are pretty much fine as long as you understand that those are the things.
Set expectations.
There are people that are okay with that. And there are times when you would have been okay with that. But your romantic weekend getaway with Roxana was not one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's a fine place to go, but you need to know that's the place to go.
Okay, so that's really interesting you said that, because one thing that just happened, totally removed. I took Roxanne on this whole like nice like birthday weekend. The first thing that we did was we ironically went to go see the monster truck rally in Kitsap. Ironically, but it actually was very fucking fun and cool. They had these something that really stuck out to me, because you know you have these moments and things like, you know, they're poignant. There was this BMX, or not BMX, there was these like freestyle motocross guys. They were going over like a 70-foot gap. Insane amounts of like air that these guys are getting. Like feats of like miraculous athleticism. They're so fucking good. They're doing all these.
If they crash, I feel like you die if you crash, right?
They had a huge inflatable ramp, so like it would have. One of the guys actually did crash, and he was okay, but it was just kind of a scuff. But it really was funny to me because he had described this trick where he was like, he's going like, you know, 80 miles an hour, 70 feet in the air. He's doing a trick while in the air, landing the bike, okay? He's like, I'm going to do this trick where it's called a whatever. You put your hands on the back seat of the bike. So you're like,
if you slip off, you are just
floating.
Barreling.
You're just barreling. I mean, you'll go on a big inflatable ramp, which you'll probably break like some ribs and shit. But you're not going to die, probably, unless you like fuck up your neck. But it's really, really perilous. And he was describing it to us as he's going to have both hands off of his steering wheel, off of his bike wheels. So he does it twice. The second time he does it, he gets both hands off. The first time he does it, he has one hand off, one hand still on the thing. And you could feel throughout the crowd that people were a little disappointed.
Yeah.
And that was so funny to me. I was like... It's literally all about expectations.
Yeah.
It's literally this guy did something amazing.
Yeah.
But because the expectations were not managed, people were disappointed.
Yeah,
That was such a huge eye-opening experience. I will never, ever, ever forget that. That was so crazy.
For me, it's fun, and it's funny that this is a huge thing that you're going through, because I'm like, over the last like 6 months have just come to realize, like, I will promise anyone literally anything.
Yes, you will.
I will promise
yes, you
anyone.
Will.
I will promise someone my testicles in a fucking mason jar filled with like a fucking fine mayonnaise.
Here's the thing, though. Can I say one thing?
Sure.
You will try to produce that.
I will try.
You will try to fucking produce that.
And I will feel so much shame and guilt when I don't produce it that it like literally like I said the other day, I said if I could press a button that made it physically impossible for me to ever make a promise in my life again, I would press it. And if I had to cut off one of my fingers in order to do that, I would cut off the finger.
Yes.
Like, I have such a serious problem, and I think it's connected like to my ADHD and like my fucking retarded endless optimism, which is also like my greatest superpower.
Yeah.
Like, it literally is my greatest superpower.
It is.
It's also my greatest weakness. Like, I set expectations for myself so high, and I set other people's expectations for me so high, and it's no fault of theirs. It's no fault of theirs that I build up these insane expectations.
That's the problem, is you are trying to do something good, but you do something bad in the midst of trying to do something good.
I told him I was gonna get both hands off the steering wheel and put it on the thing.
Yeah, but you only got one.
I only got one, and it's still amazing.
And it's cool, thank you, I guess. But it's just, I wish you would have told me so I could have prepared.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm really like looking at this like analytically, and I'm going, how can I fix this? Because the problem is, when I'm saying these things, when I'm so excited, I literally...
You believe them.
I believe them, absolutely. And I am like a different, like, it's like...
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not... It's a different, like, it's a different guy. You're talking about TT. You're not talking about Tyler. You're talking about TT. Like, I'm sorry. I wish I had good contact with that guy.
Right.
He goes off the fucking radar.
Yeah. He's
I can't get him on the phone.
He's gone rogue.
He's gone fucking rogue. He's manic as fuck. And I'm like, I need like tattoos on my eyelids. I need a vibrating cock ring that can tell like when my dopamine and serotonin gets too high. Oh, that's right. I'm manic.
I want to imagine that as like a sketch. Like, you're like making a business call, and then you're like, yeah, no, absolutely. 2 people by next to. How would Wednesday work?
Yeah, no, and it affects my personal life so much. It affects my friendships. It affects my marriage, and it really affects my business and this band. Yeah. I think you have learned to be a pretty good countermeasure to that, though.
Yeah.
When you hear me spouting off, you're literally just like, Tyler, you're
I know.
You're spouting off.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing that.
Thank you
for doing that.
Hey, we're a yin and yang, baby.
We are a yin and yang.
We work really well.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really important.
You help drive, I help steer.
Yeah. Hey! I'm the engine and you're the...
Yeah, literally.
That's like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that analogy. And I need that Malachi, if you're out there. Malachi's kind of starting to fill that role in the business. Like, if we're having a big, if we're having a big team meeting.
I feel like he'd be a good
and
steerer.
I obviously am like popping off. He'll send me a text in the meeting and be like, you need to take 3 deep breaths. And I'm like, fuck. Because, I mean, literally, like, I'm not joking when I say I might as well have done like a quarter point a point of cocaine. Yeah. Like, it literally, like, it's that intense.
No, you get hot on excitement.
It's weird.
It's a literal drug for you.
It's a literal
You
drug.
make your own drugs.
I do.
You make your own drugs.
And I also do a lot of other drugs.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
The doctors don't even know about all the drugs I make.
They don't even know.
Yeah. So
and when they find out this one little trick that doctors hate.
Make your own drugs.
Make wild, outlandish promises to all your friends and family,
and then be forced to try and pursue them aggressively, even though they're imposable. It's a good system. Other than
it's funny. You're built special, man. I remember like one time when you had COVID, I think. This boy can't just be sick with COVID. He can't just like watch The Price is Right while eating a soup. He can't. He's not allowed to do that.
Oh, is this the truck mount thing?
It's the he owns a property, as you guys know, and you remember you just were sending in the family group chat like, all these ads about like go-kart materials. You're like sketching like a fucking go-kart like business for his property. Like, yeah, so basically we can have it by next May. All we need to do is this. I'm like, you are with COVID. You are with COVID. Just fucking.
You want to know the best part about that?
What?
2 days after I was sending those, I drove like 3.5 hours, like way past Belfair
with COVID?
With my van, and I bought this huge hydraulic thing, and I bought a giant industrial truck mount steam cleaner. It was like the hardest thing to ever lift.
So this is the same time, but this was another one.
But I switched.
You
I switched. But
You're like,
go-karts. I was like, nah, dump it. We're moving on.
Wait, what?
You didn't get the memo?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not
all
moving
your
fast
all your
enough.
friends and family.
All my friends and family. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I'm glad there's some people out there that can watch it and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sometimes I can watch it and laugh, but I mean, as you know, being a fucking intimate part of my life, like, there are times where it's literally like, it's like a nightmare casino, except like, or nightmare train, except all the nightmares are like painted over shoddily, and there's like cheap Amazon decorations streaming from it, but like underneath it, it's all like demons welded, their skins welded together, but it's just like painted over lightly, and I'm like at the top of the train with these big fucking eyes.
You're like if like a demonic like the Hades underworld, they have like an old roller coaster, but then they're like, oh, it's Pride Month. You know what I mean? They're like the roller coaster, but there's like rainbow streamers, and like somebody's got like a big fucking Band-Aid on that's rainbow, and but it's obviously a cryptic death wagon,
very bad
hell
place.
train.
Yeah. It's a real trick. It just doesn't ever stop. It's just so. But maybe the Wuz Brewin.
So what happened though? So with the so. Really quick with the managing expectations.
Oh, with the last weekend?
You said it was just a rough go.
Oh, I was supposed to have all this stuff done. The electrical system was fucking up pretty bad, so we didn't have like electricity all night. I did kind of like half fix it. The water systems were better. We had like a 75-gallon tank of water that we could get stuff out of, but it was like you gotta walk out to this one place. The water system, the toilet was leaking in the motorhome, so like the toilet wasn't really
are you in the motorhome, the Carl motorhome?
We were in the Carl motorhome.
Okay,
yeah. Carl,
nice.
Shout out to Carl. He let us use his motorhome because he's a fucking saint. It was really hot, although I did carve these cool like shady grove areas, and so we like hung out in those, and I had like kind of a panic attack weekend. Like I had panic attacks come back in a big way. I'm doing better now. But I was just feeling the weight of the world. Like the PPP contract, I was really scared about. It's turned around in 4 days. We're in.
Nice.
It's really
awesome.
good. Chandra, if you're out there, shout out to you. John, if you're out there, shout out to you. Malachi, if you're out there, shout out to you. Literally the whole fucking team at PPP. Astrally projecting blowjobs right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm astrally projecting.
He loves to talk about how he wants to fillet and cunnilingus and cunniling. You're trying to fillet and cunniling all of his employees.
I guess that's probably really weird for some of them. For some of them, it's totally kosher. I probably shouldn't say that, actually.
It gets weirder when you say cunniling.
Yeah.
That's
It's just
the man. He wants to blow the men.
There you
go. Spiritually speaking,
I want to astrally project blowjobs to the men.
Yeah.
But that's me.
That's on him.
That's on me.
That's not on you. You guys don't worry about that.
You guys don't have to accept it, and it's not sexual. It's just spiritual.
Sexual.
It's spiritual and it's astral. It's very astral.
Very astral by nature.
Astral by nature. It just was. I could have been a lot more prepared, but I just couldn't have been a lot more prepared. Like I could have been if PPV didn't happen.
How was the owl vibe?
The owl vibe was literally great. I was just destroying myself. She was a sweet angel.
Well, that's amazing.
We had an amazing night.
Well, now that you know, man, because like I don't know. For me, it's not the easiest way, especially with efficiency. But I don't know. I learned the best through just fucking up like that.
Yeah,
just being like, oh, okay, it's got to be this, and this. I know that now from literal first-hand experience.
It's kind of like you're doing the train, but like in order to start driving down the tracks, you literally have to light it on fire.
Yeah.
And so like being like, oh god, I'm on a train that's on fire is stupid because it's like.
As long as everything else is cool, then.
You can either be in a really nice train that's not moving, or you can be in a train that's barreling down the tracks on fire. You pick. You pick what you want.
You pick. Pick your train and manage those expectations for you and your loved ones.
We fucking love you guys so much. It's been an absolute blast. This is the Brew with Brotherwife.
We're back. We're gonna see you
We're
Friday
night.
See you Friday night, baby.